everything you need to know about shipping, crystals specifically, whatever you sell for your small business or desire to sell. This is everything you need to know. To start, for my business, I just have reused packaging that I've received. Save all the packaging you get from packages you receive, and those will become packages you can ship out. If you don't want to do that, you can literally buy everything you need on Amazon, at a shipping store, whatever. But to start, I never bought a single thing of bubble wrap. I never bought a single box for probably like 6 months, because I like to buy stuff online and I had plenty of stuff coming in. But anyways, this is a box. I'm going to be shipping it from start to finish with you guys. I'm going to be shipping crystals to this customer. I just slapped a fragile sticker on there. Got these on Amazon because I ship crystals and they are fragile, and I want them to arrive in the best possible condition they can. And so, you know, including a fragile sticker, why not? So what I've done is I've taken the shipping label off of it being sent to me. I've taken that off, emptied the box out for the most part. Now I'm going to wrap the crystals. When you are wrapping crystals, use your intuition. If you're worried, like, is this enough wrapping for this crystal? Is it gonna be okay in shipping? Because they treat these with like they treat the boxes not the kindest, even with the fragile stickers. So imagine your box is gonna be like this. How would you wrap the crystals? If you're questioning if you've wrapped it enough, just wrap it a little bit more. Why not? So I'm taking bubble wrap, reusing it from another package. I'm taking my crystal and I am going to, this one has like a chain on it. I'll wrap the chain around. I'm not going to show you every single crystal, but just so you get an idea. Wrapping the crystal in the bubble wrap, I'm going to do a fold here. And this one, I might add one more layer to this piece. But really just use your discernment. If you have a really crumbly crystal, like some crystals are really fragile and crumbly, a really good tool to use before doing bubble wrap is toilet paper. Like a fresh, obviously, fresh roll of toilet paper or paper towel or like tissue paper. Wrap it around first, wrap it around the crystal inside, and then do the bubble wrap on the outside if you have a really crumbly crystal. Toilet paper is really, really good for that kind of stuff. So I have got my bubble wrapped crystal. I've taped it. It feels secure to me. In reality, I'm probably gonna do one more layer around it just to be certain, but there we go. That's the wrapping portion of it. If you're questioning, did I wrap this enough? Did I wrap this enough? Just do an extra layer of bubble wrap. And just also pay attention when crystals arrive or whatever you're going to sell. When it arrives at your house, pay attention to how wrapped it is and just start to notice kind of details like that. It'll help you when you're packaging your items. So I'm gonna wrap the rest of these crystals. I've got a few more in here and I'll be back. Before I fully fill this up with crystals, a lot of times you can create like a little bed for the bottom of the box with some styrofoam or like bubble wrap at the bottom. Create a little bed for the crystals, put the crystals in there. You can use like newspaper, styrofoam things, bubble wrap, whatever you have or want to use, doesn't really matter. But then you have a little place for the crystals, a little nest for them, or whatever you're shipping. Yeah. Little bags, you can get a package of a bunch of these on Amazon. There's other places you can get all of these supplies too. That's just where I get it. Little bags are great for bracelets, tumbles, things that are like hard and smooth that don't really need too much padding. I wouldn't like absolutely fill them up, but I would feel comfortable shipping this out like this. So bags are really nice, so you don't have to individually wrap a bracelet or a tumble or whatever. So throwing that in the box, throwing it on top, it's a nice little surprise to open too. Also, a fun little tip to save some material and time on packing is if I've wrapped up a bigger crystal, I like to stick a smaller crystal. If it's like a quartz or something that's like not too breakable, I like to stick it in the little outside or towards the end of wrapping up the crystal. See, it's right there. So I don't have to wrap that separately. I save a little bit of time and packaging, and then there's two crystals in one. So best of both worlds, just sharing everything about what I do. And yeah, just the thing that's most important when packaging is just don't be afraid to add a little bit of extra bubble wrap, a little bit of extra tape, a little bit of extra love, because it's so much better to use a little bit extra bubble wrap than to have a crystal arrive broken. That would be so sad. So that's my tip. I've got this Vogel very fragile tips. Sometimes if you got like a polished tower, they can have fragile tips that are prone to chipping. This sticky putty, also on Amazon. It's a reusable adhesive museum library gallery putty. Really, really useful. You can stick it on crystals. This is also how I get price stickers to stick, is with the sticky putty. You can stick it on and it comes off all in one piece. It's not like something that'll get stuck and ruin your crystals. You just pull it off. But it's good if you're shipping a fragile thing and worried about the tips. You can try some sticky putty. Or again, toilet paper. Okay, live demo. I've got this highlight opal. It's a little bit more fragile than a lot of the other pieces in here. And so I'm gonna give it an extra layer of toilet tissue, paper towel, whatever you've got, an extra layer of padding, and then I've cut a little strip of the bubble wrap. And I'm just gonna give it a little bit of extra protection because some of these crystals are a little bit more needy than others. So there's how I'm wrapping the highlight opal. It gives it some padding so that it's like double wrapped. Now I like to write a little handwritten note and have my business card in there and I stick it on the top, so I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so it's packed, all the crystals are wrapped, it's filled. If the box is not fully full, just add more peanuts or tissue so the crystals aren't like rattling around. It's good to have it like full, and if it's not full of crystals, then fill it with some other stuff. And then here is my card on top, and that one, and now I'm going to tape it. It's important to use packing tape and just fully tape it up. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Tape it across fully. My first box that I ever shipped, I brought it to the post office untaped, and the guy was like, "What are you doing?" So tape it. Tape it before you go to the post office or you'll be judged by the post office guy. So yeah, gotta do that really quick. Okay, now you're gonna get out your scale. You need the weight in pounds or ounces. And if you get it in pounds, you can convert it to ounces and vice versa, just using Google. So this box, I need a bigger scale. 1.87 pounds. So I just write that on the box because this is the info that I need for the shipping label. 1.87 pounds, and then I also need the inches, the length, width, and height measurements. So I'm gonna get those, and then I write them there, and I write the customer's name there as well, so I don't forget which crystals are in which box. Okay, so my box is packed up, taped, fragile thing. It's got the weight, it's got the inches of the box, length, width, height, and I know which customer it's going to. If you don't have a label printer or a printer to print your own label, you can write to and then your customer's address and then from and your address on the box and take it to the post office, and they will get a label on there for you. So you don't need a label printer. You can literally package this up and just like you would a letter, write to and from, and the post office will take care of the rest. Now, I have my own label printer to save time and also money because the post office charges you extra. They like always somehow find ways to charge you way more for shipping stuff than if you have your own printer. It's not like way more. It is what I did for the first few months of my business. And if you've only got a few boxes here and there, you can just start there and then invest in a shipping, printing, a thermal label printer whenever you can. So once you have that, you can literally just write to customer's address, from your address, or if you want to protect your privacy, there are PO boxes you can get. There are digital PO boxes that you can get online without having to like actually go in. It's up to you to decide what return address you want to use. So I'll show you how to do the label printer now. This is my shipping box, just by the way. I've got my packing tape, my scale, some random trash that I'm gonna throw away. My fragile stickers, this tape for packing, a random packing peanut, really important. A pen for writing on the boxes and writing my notes, scissors for cutting up bubble wrap to the size that I need it, and then sticky putty, Sharpie. That's pretty much all you need. So tape, measuring tape, weight, scissors, and a pen, and you're good. So yeah, those are my supplies. Okay, so now I'm on Pirate Ship, which is the shipping website I use, and there you just type in the name, address, that, and then you type in your shipping address that you're shipping from, and then you type in the dimensions you took, the weight, the box dimensions. There's additional services that you can do, such as insurance. All packages are automatically insured for up to $100 through USPS. You can buy shipping labels from UPS, FedEx, USPS. Usually USPS is the cheapest for US shipping, but it is up to you to do what you want to do. So you just type in the info, you buy the label, you connect your bank account to it, and then the label is yours, and you can print it on your thermal printer or on your regular printer. And you literally just click print, attach it to your thermal printer. This is the thermal printer I have. It's just from Amazon. You guessed it. Polono. And then you get these 4x6 thermal label printer things, also from Amazon. So maybe I should do an Amazon storefront with all of the things that I've gotten from Amazon. That is actually what I need to do, that I will link below. Okay. And then you print it and you stick it on the box and you take it to the post office, and that's it. All that's left is literally driving to the post office, dropping the packages off. You can do it by either going up to the desk, talking to the person, saying, hey, dropping this off, or at my post office, might be at yours too. They have a little place, a little counter that they don't use where you can just literally leave packages and walk in, leave the package and go. So there's also boxes. You can drop packages into these like boxes. There's a lot of places you can drop off the box. If you're concerned about doing it right, just go talk to someone at the post office. And there you go. That is everything you need to know about shipping. I literally started by just reusing packaging and bringing my first box that I ever shipped out to the post office without it even being taped shut. And I was like, I'm ready to ship this. And they were like, you need to tape that. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. So I taped it, and then they helped me print out a label. So you don't even have to like do it yourself. You can get help with that. Just go for it. Just do it. You've got this. And yeah. Okay. Oh, also, it's automatically insured for up to $100. So just keep in mind, if you're shipping something over $100, you can buy extra insurance for it in case it breaks or gets lost. You as the business owner, this is something that you can start to think about. How would you feel if you were a customer who bought like a $500 crystal from someone? It got lost and you're like, hey, the crystal's lost in the mail. And the business owner that you bought the crystal from was like, oh, I didn't insure the package. Good luck. You know, this is kind of something you can think about for your individual business. How do you want to operate as a business owner? And you probably won't have to think about it right away. But as it comes up, as you start shipping out bigger boxes, start to think, okay, do I want to insure this? Do I want to put the insurance on the customer? Do I want to ask them if they want to insure it? So yeah, I've only ever had one problem, and I've shipped out quite a lot of packages. Like every single week I'm shipping out multiple packages. I've only ever had one problem where the package got lost, and I just gave the customer a shop credit, and I tried to file for a refund for the items that I had sent, and I didn't get a refund, but I just took the loss. But overall, it's worth it for the profit. It's not, as far as losses go, it was just part of doing business, because overall, you're making a profit. So you're going to take losses sometimes, but it's not a full loss. So just take that into account. And yeah, happy shipping. Bye.